Live. Okay. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Lamar. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I have some concerns.
Same.
It's hurricane season,
Yes.
and I
Very
don't know,
apropos.
right? And I don't know if you remember last year, uh, we were done with hurricanes, done.
Hmm.
And hurricanes end November 1st.
Right.
And then the series of hurricanes came through and obliviated
It's been
everything,
rainy.
everybody.
It's been raining all week here in Virginia. Like, it's been so bad. I don't know if that's it. Is it hurricane season now?
It is now, but it hasn't reached you guys yet. You guys might have a different front thing coming through
Oh, okay.
because the hurricanes come from Africa and run through the Caribbean.
Mm, got it.
Um, unless something, because we were looking at Brett, and Brett didn't hit the Caribbean, and it usually doesn't hit as far as where you're at. Usually, the pattern is to go up the East Coast
Yeah.
because
We've been
it's.
getting a lot of rain lately. Like,
I wonder what
yeah.
that front is about. Do you watch the Weather Channel?
I don't.
I
But
don't
because
either.
my hair is straight, I have to watch it because it'll be a poof ball. That happened a couple days ago, right before we went live. I think to do the rest of the horoscopes. That's why I was like, let me do my hair, Tracy, because child, it looked a mess.
Well, this Ocean Gate is getting a little disconcerting. Like,
Yeah,
we know now that they've all passed,
yeah. Unfortunately,
and unfortunately, um, what you might not know, however, Lamar, is that there's been four different missions. This was the
mm,
fifth mission. All four priors got canceled for different reasons.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's also a test run that they'll do at 3,000 feet, but they also had something to bring the boat back up,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And so this kid that I was watching, I'll post it in the feed. This kid that I was watching was on mission 3. 1 and 2 failed for various reasons, various like engineering reasons, and so it makes sense if it fails. And then he was on mission 3 with him and his girlfriend, but he was the only one going in. They had to cancel it.
Wow.
And when they canceled it, um, again, it's for one of those. Oh, it was a win. Oh, by the way, this place has like a Bermuda Triangle thing going on. Where,
Atlantic Ocean.
where the Titanic fell,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I get what you mean. Like disappearing,
or
things
that
disappearing.
the choppy waters. Also, I got something else. I'm so confused with this whole Titanic thing. Is this place is Newfoundland, Canada? Is it used to having icebergs? That that
I'm
I
not sure.
it doesn't make in a year's sense. Has
Yeah,
another iceberg ever formed where people are like, "Oh look, another iceberg formed in Newfoundland where the Titanic went down"?
yeah.
Was there really an iceberg, Lamar? I'm not believing not even how the Titanic went down
The
anymore.
only thing I know about Newfoundland is it's like kind of like on the outskirts of Canada, I think.
Yes,
Based
right.
on, yeah,
It's in Canada,
a drag
but
queen I follow in Canada.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's the
I love Canadian
Titanic.
drag. There's a
You like
what?
what?
I love Canadian drag queens. I'm obsessed with them. I don't know why. I
Are
I
they
really love
different?
them. They're different in a good way, but
Really?
like similar to America.
You have to send me something.
I will. My favorite is Jimbo. I'm a Jimbo stan. I just bought tickets to see him and Sasha Colby in DC in November. So that's like my pre-birthday present. I'm excited. He's Canadian. Jimbo's
Are you
Canadian.
going to Canada? Are
No,
you?
I'm not going to Canada. They're coming to DC.
Oh, that's
Yeah, yeah, to
lucky.
put on the show. I'm
Oh, that's
excited.
lucky.
Yeah.
Um,
But back to the topic.
back to the topic,
Canada. Yeah.
Canada. So has Newfoundland, are they known for icebergs? Because here's my problem. An iceberg forms up,
Hmm.
right? I mean, we've seen icebergs in Antarctica.
Right.
They don't disappear.
No.
So how do icebergs? I mean, maybe I'm uneducated, but how do icebergs just form in the middle of the ocean and just take down the Titanic?
That doesn't make any sense. But there's a conspiracy that they took out the Titanic because there were certain people on the boat that they needed to take out in order. I think it dealt with the banking. Someone in the comment section can let me know. I don't remember the full story, but I remember hearing this story before.
I think that you're right. I think it had something. It was bigger than something, and then they had to explain it away, like, oh, it went down via an iceberg, and it's like, okay, so let me check, right?
Mhm.
Because I've been studying this, since Ocean Gate has gone down, and by the way, no one had any intentions on rescuing those people. There's not any agency that literally went down to rescue these people.
They move so slow. Someone said JP Morgan. So I guess JP Morgan was a part of the whole Titanic allegedly for YouTube entertainment purposes. But I know it had something to do with banking.
You know what's
And like
interesting?
the maybe the seven families, JP Morgan, Chase, all those people, allegedly. Rockefeller. I don't know if it was all of them, but I know there's something about that. I remember hearing.
Well, they were financially responsible for the slave ships. They funded the slave ships. And so maybe he was ready to cash in,
Hmm.
and maybe they didn't want to give him his money. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember where I heard it from, but I heard it. I might have watched a documentary or something.
I know that happens to me a lot, where I'm
I
watching
love
something
a good
and it
documentary.
comes up and I can't remember. That happens to me a lot. But I
Hmm.
get loads of spiritual information through the internet.
Yeah, exactly that too. Reddit is one of my favorite places to go. I love a good
When
Reddit.
did Reddit turn so popular? It seemed like such a junk mail type of place.
I don't know. I've always kind of liked Reddit, but it's become more popular in the recent years, definitely.
So there,
Newfoundland, British Columbia, Nova Scotia, they do fisheries for Canada.
what's fisheries? What's that?
I'm not sure. I guess they like round the fish or something like that. I'm not sure what that means. What does that mean? Because I know I have Canadian people that follow me, and probably you too.
I do.
Yeah.
So icebergs do form in May and early June along the coast of Newfoundland, and between March and July along the coast of Labrador. Okay, all right. I mean, I've got some pictures. This is weird. This is very uncomfortable looking. Look, they do form
Icebergs form in the middle of the ocean.
in Newfoundland. Yeah,
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I
they
wonder
look like,
why.
how?
How? Yeah.
You should see how they're look it up, Lamar. You should see how
Because
they
there
they
has to be
form
such a concentration of a certain like temperature of water for that to happen.
to even have them rise up into this
Right. And
figure
stay
and
and not
stay.
melt. Yeah.
I mean, the
That doesn't
sun
make
comes out. So one of the okay, I'm gonna look at this one. This one looks like a ship. I'm gonna post some of these. If oh
Oh
my,
wow, they're really big.
they're huge.
Yeah. This one's inappropriate looking for YouTube, but
Ooh, does it look like a?
it looks like the P word, yeah.
Oh my
But this is interesting. Look at
god! Ooh,
this. That's crazy.
that is gorgeous. Like
I know.
massive iceberg grounded off. That like how does that form?
That's so weird. So I get, is this where the Titanic crashed? Okay. Well,
Off the
I
coast
mean,
of Newfoundland. I thought they said like 30 miles off. 30 miles, something like that, which is pretty far off the coast, but it's still.
I'm still suspicious because this happened in the 1912s when it was easier to cover up stuff.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you. And the other thing is, but look at this, right? This is above ground. Look how it forms below ground.
Oh wow, it looks like a Disney castle or something like that.
Look at this one. This is above ground and below ground.
Wow.
I don't know if you can, it's not showing up that well.
No, at
Uh,
least I see it.
can you see it?
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder
So
how that forms.
I really do would love to study this now.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'd love to study icebergs now. Because, okay, so getting off the icebergs do form in Newfoundland. However, ships have been around since the beginning of time.
Yes. That was one way we got around was through ships. Yeah.
So the other thing is, how did this Titanic not know that an iceberg was in the water?
You mean the submarine or the ship?
No, I'm still at the Titanic. I'm at
Oh,
even at
okay. The
submersible
ship.
right now.
Oh,
How
yeah.
could they not know that there was an iceberg in the water? Part of navigating nautical navigation is to have known that. So I'm not trusting why the Titanic went down.
I'm not trusting it either. There's something suspicious
I
about
just
it.
think it's easy to say, "Oh, it's the iceberg." You
Yeah.
ignorant people. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
And by then, the 1912s, we were well trained on how to like steer a boat. I feel like.
boating has been around for centuries.
Right.
And why, if there are icebergs, why navigate through that?
Right.
Like, why wasn't it outlined to go away? It's just, I'm not trusting it.
It doesn't make sense.
um, Now, getting to Sunday, Lamar, let's start with that there were 700 people that almost capsized, 500 are not found of
You mean in
immigrants.
Greece?
Yeah,
I think I heard you talking about that. I think I heard that from you, one of your
yeah,
lives.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is that's very suspicious because the Coast Guard caught up with the boat, and then the Coast Guard put a rope attached to the boat because their intention was to make sure that everybody in the boat was okay. But the rope may have contributed to the
It
boat.
capsizing. Yeah. And I find it interesting how this is all happening around the time that Little Mermaid just came out. Like, there's a focus on water.
There's a focus on water, and um, one of our group mates, Sheena, she said that I said that there were going to be water issues. But I now when she said it, I couldn't remember it, but I think I said it during the hurricanes last year that there were
Yeah.
going to be more water issues.
Yeah. I
So
don't know.
I posted in the feed, Lamar. Let me just see the feed chat.
Did
I
you post the
post
link?
I posted a link.
I saw that.
Okay, could you highlight that?
Yeah.
That's if you guys want to take a
Sorry,
screenshot
I
of
said no
that,
to my cat.
your cat. That's a
I
kid
think.
that went on the this Ocean Gate thing, and his was called Mission 3, and he didn't make it on, and all he kept saying was it could have been me because it was the same Ocean Gate. Like it's not like it was a different boat. It was the same Ocean Gate. And there was a Mission 4, and I think this one is Mission 5.
And I saw something where it's controlled by like a PlayStation controller. Like that to me, like I'm done after that. Like once I see that, I'm going back home. Give me my refund and I'm going back home.
Two hundred and
That is
fifty
ridiculous.
thousand dollars.
That is crazy.
Oh, and then I had another video. Let me see if I can find this one where this kid and his father, another kid and his father, I posted it in the group, um, was going to go. And the kid said to the father, "Oh, hell no."
No.
And so that's when the Pakistan man and his son went on at a reduced price.
I predicted that.
What? I
I
saw you
said
did say
that.
something. What did you say?
Yeah. I said there
After
was
you
like
said it, I found it.
okay.
Because
Cuz there
remember
I
I told you, Spirit will show me things to
yeah,
reveal the truth in readings, whether it be mine or
same.
yours. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna post it. So, what did
Okay.
you say?
I said that I saw first of all, I said that the Pakistani man was really excited. He was the most excited, I think. And then I saw something I feel like they were like given a reduced price or given like a package deal or something like that.
Okay, so here's what
Yeah.
here's what happened. The other father and son backed out. So the owner was missing out $500,000 and two more bodies.
Didn't I say that?
You did.
I said that, y'all. Child
Predicted it.
predicted it.
So he contacted the Pakistan father and said something like cheap price. I'm taking off $100,000.
I said that.
I found it.
Spirit is never wrong. Spirit is never wrong.
If you guys, and I mean everyone, if you take a moment, like people like to be upset over things. Oh, I think this is happening in my life. I think my partner's cheating. Relax. Because Spirit will show you.
Hmm.
And whenever I ask for something, I'm always like, show me, Spirit. Show me the impossible. Because some of the things we talk about is like, how's that possible? But wait a second. Let me put this in the feed live. Please highlight this one too, because this is really
Okay.
important. This is the father and son that backed out. That comes to your point.
Okay.
Hold on, father and son previously backed out. Screenshot this, guys, and then you will see these stories. When I tell you what's coming up is crazy.
Did you just send it? Is it this?
Oh, that's it. But I sent another one. Look for the second one because it explains why I'm sending over a random YouTube
Oh,
channel.
okay.
There you go. So I was watching today's with that kid, the first video that I sent over with the kid Mission 3. And so they can't go down because something was wrong. So they can't go down and see the Titanic. But the owner of Ocean Gate said to the kid, "Do you want to go down 3,000 feet?" So the kid goes, "Yeah," right? So he goes in, they're inside. The kid has a YouTube channel. So he's videotaping everything. So at some point, there's this hole, right? I forgot what it's called, the windows.
Hmm.
And you hear the guy, you see the guy go, locking up, locking up, which is so funny because I had this motion. I had the same motion in I did mine on Good Morning Tracy, and I said they should have had something that could go together like this, then open up, and then from the bad one they can go into the good one. Doesn't really matter. But the guy motions like this, meaning it's locked and sealed. So then the kid says, "Can water seep in?" And when I saw that, I was like, Lamar was right. And here's what bothered me, it was the way they answered. It was not with complete confidence, like, no, this is made in such a way, we tested it, water never seeps in. We've tested it, right? That's not really the way they answered. It was kind of like, you know what they said? They said it's vacuumed.
Like vacuum sealed.
Mhm.
That's not always reliable.
Okay, I'm trying to. What am I talking about? That's exactly it.
Yeah,
And so there's a possibility that water can seep in
I said
because
that.
you're vacuuming shit. Like, come, have you guys ever had something put in your freezer? You vacuum the plastic, right?
Mm.
And then you submerge it in water to defrost it, right?
And water somehow gets in.
Water gets in. So the guy goes, it's vacuum, but it was what he said it too quick and too fast. Like I had to go over it. And I was like, Lamar was right. They may have drowned first,
Yeah.
which means there was nobody steering the ocean gate, which means it did implode because it just fell on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, have mercy.
At the very least, your reading was able to prove that there's a possibility that water could get in. Because when that guy said it's vacuum shut, what the fuck is that? Excuse my language, Lamar. I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to elevate my life.
It's okay, but especially at that pressure of water level like that you're at. The lower you get, the more pressure. Like
Right,
you have that plus gravity. Like it's just a lot.
right. And what if it couldn't get that low for the pressure to have meaning? What if the water was coming in, but now they don't have a way to get back up? There's nothing in that system that's listen. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing
Mm,
in that system that says, "Hey, uh, we've got water. We've got water. Lift us back up."
right. No
Once water
protocol.
comes in, everything electrical fails.
Exactly.
Lamar, when I heard you say that, I was like it was. You know when psychically you just know something when somebody else says it, and you're like,
Yeah.
it didn't implode. By the way, they're guessing that it imploded.
Because they haven't found it. So
They're still lying. They're like, there's debris. Where? Show me the debris. They're
right.
everyone's lying.
Yeah.
No one's telling the truth. They never went to look for them. You know why? You know how costly that shit would be for men that they know more than likely already passed. Like the U.S.
Yeah.
Coast Guard was like, we are doing everything we can. This is a rescue operation. I'm listening to them and I'm like, you're lying. You're
Yeah.
all lying. Now, here's the thing that's really bothering me, Lamar. Uh, James Cameron.
Yes. His weird. I don't even know what to say. Interview.
interviews.
Commentary. Yeah.
All he did was blame the owner of Ocean Gate. Like, he didn't even have sympathy.
Yeah. And it's not like he's historian. Is he a historian or
No,
do you just make movies?
he's not the expert.
Right.
There's a National Geographic where they had experts and engineers and this and that and the third.
Mhm.
National Geographic did an amazing job searching for the Titanic and getting some pieces. And they used, oh my God, Lamar, there's so much I need to tell you, everyone here. The National Geographic used drones before drones were a thing
I believe that.
and mapped the bottom of the ocean floor and then brought it back up and then they studied it. I've got videos for you. Let me send you James Cameron's documentary. It's a bullshit documentary. They had these little boxes. They went down, and then they went down with these little square boxes that somehow I'm supposed to believe can collect data. It looked like a Lego.
Wow.
I'm gonna send it to you. Wait, I've been studying this, and it's a out. This is James Cameron's video. It's bullshit. So if you guys want to invest in looking at this, I did all the research. You don't have to do anything. You just have to look at it and decide for yourself
Come
what
to
I'm
your own
about.
conclusion.
Yes, come to your own conclusion. Now, that's the James Cameron one. The last one I'm going to show
Oh.
you is the National Geographic one, which is totally educational.
Mhm.
The National Geographic one was outstanding. Nothing like James Cameron is an egotistical poo poo head.
Yeah. He's Hollywood. I mean, this is real life. Like that's the thing with Hollywood. It blurs the line between real life and art.
And make you believe that some stupid director is an expert.
Yeah.
Okay,
Someone said we're on a roll this weekend. Thank you.
we are. Okay, so this one is, I don't know if it's History Channel. No, it's National Geographic. Look at the National Geographic. You're going to learn something geographic. Geographic. You're going to learn something with the National Geographic, child. It is good. So watch the James Cameron one first. And they had these two little boxes that looked like my grandson could have made it. And then they had these boxes, and then they had these two fans with these weird little mesh against the. I'm telling you, I did not believe this at all. And you know what else bothered me, Lamar? I didn't see fish, and their picture was purposely grainy. You're a director. Why are you using a camera that's grainy? There, I didn't see real fish. And then you look at the National Geographic one, clear as day.
Mm,
Clear as day.
yeah.
Same
I'm
kind of
wondering.
scenes, but clear as day.
I'm wondering maybe if he had a movie to promote around that time or something, because
Well,
you know they'll do stuff like that.
he just ended Titanic, and I think he was bouncing off the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because you know what he did with the
He made
Titanic?
the movie. Yeah.
He made, okay. So when he did the documentary, he would go on this part of the. It was bullshit. He would go on his part of the boat, and then he would say, "This is so and so Avenue, and this is where in the movie we did this scene." He combined the documentary with his own damn movie.
A mess.
So watch the James Cameron first, and then watch the National Geographic one. National Geographic blew it out the water.
Yeah, they
Um,
usually do.
they usually do. Yeah, they're really good.
Hmm. I love a good National Geographic documentary. They're good.
History Channel,
And the History Channel, yes, yeah, they're good
National
too.
Geographic, and for modern day issues, look at a channel called Frontline. But that's for modern day. Is Walmart collapsing? Is McDonald's collapsing? How did Coca
Frontline.
Cola become Frontline? Is good for modern day
Is that
issues.
on Roku or what? Like, what streaming is that on?
YouTube. I watch everything on YouTube.
Oh, okay, okay. Frontline.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So, do you want to at least see if there's going to be more major water issues?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you want to look at that psychically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we have a lot of people watching. We might as well,
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's, because we got to be prepared.
Yeah. I know I'm not going to be taking a cruise. I'm not going to be going near the ocean for the next, probably for the rest of the year, honestly.
I I watched this guy on IG. He was so funny, and he said the same thing. Did you see it? I posted it in the
No, I
group.
didn't. I haven't seen it yet.
So funny. It was
Yeah.
so funny. He was like, "I- y'all better stay away from the water. The water don't like you." It was so funny.
Mm-mm.
I was like, I'm gonna
The
and
only thing about the water is I do want to swim. There's certain animals I do like in the water, like dolphins, beluga whales, orcas. Like I would love to meet them, but I don't know if I want to be in the water with them.
well, I think at the rate everything's going, don't worry. They're gonna come up to the beach.
Yeah, they're gonna adapt on
No
land
fear,
eventually.
huh?
Yeah, they're gonna evolve to be on land. Yeah,
Yes,
I wouldn't be surprised.
exactly. Okay, I'm looking for the thing that I posted, but somebody sent it to me. All right, I'm gonna go on Instagram. Oh,
What are
I
you
think,
sending?
huh?
What are you sending? Oh yeah, the 19-year-old that jumped off the ship. We still haven't found him either.
Lamar,
What's his
you
name?
informed me of that.
Cameron Robbins. Yeah, that's sad. That was sad. It's
You
all
know,
sad.
after you did that, his friends dared him. They dared him.
Hmm.
Like, y'all gotta stop doing these stupid pranks.
Really.
Like, get over yourselves. Just stop this mess. I'm not gonna find it. Was it Ashley that sent it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the best. This was on a cruise, Lamar. Wait, I don't know how to send it. Wait, copy link. Okay, I'm gonna send this on YouTube. Highlight this real quick, and then I'll
Okay.
I'll I'll do my cards. This was on a cruise.
Oh wow. Speaking of dolphins, I read a news story earlier about how Russian military has trained dolphins to protect their waterways and attack invaders. That's cool.
Yeah, but invaders could be a cruise ship.
That's that's
So what are we looking at? Are there going to be more
are
water?
there yeah, there are gonna be more issues with water.
I was going to say something smart, but it's you know I was going to. I never mind.
Well, you mentioned something about Noah's Ark and how like history is repeating itself
It
earlier.
feels like it.
Yeah.
It feels like it. like all these patches of water issue is one big water Noah's Ark, just separated.
And honestly, billions and billions of years ago, the Earth was just like a whole big block of water or ice. I think, like when
It
it first
was.
formed.
It was.
Yeah, and so it still keeps that energy. Like it still keeps that memory in it, in the energy.
Well, I was doing my YouTube podcast every Saturday. Uh, it's called Conversations with God.
Mm,
And that's what they talked about. They talked about energy is forever.
exactly.
So a thought that you put out there gets put out there forever and then finds like energy.
Yes, that
That
part.
part. That
That
part.
part. Yes.
Huh.
You want to go first? Cause I,
Y- Yeah, you know what, Lamar? Okay. Mm.
I get a yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what Lamar,
Oh God, the tower.
as
I
a
got the tower too. Actually,
oh my God.
I just realized that. Wow. Wow.
And I think it's going to be coast to coast. So something's going to come up from the four corners of the earth that's going to be over there, over here, over there, like coast to coast.
I think it's gonna cause more deaths.
I think it has to.
Yeah.
I think part of what we didn't learn from the COVID is how to change. And
Yeah.
then if we had learned from COVID, then there would be none of this. But since we didn't learn from COVID, this is the next wave, literally.
Literally.
So, what I was gonna say um, is that I felt like it was all these deities, these water deities, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
So, whatever the Greek water deity is, uh, Egyptian water
Egyptian.
deity, Roman, I think Poseidon is the Roman one,
Yeah.
um, African water deities, right? So you got
Mm-hmm.
Yamaja, and who's the male? Do you know the male version of water?
Olokun.
Olokun.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they have orders.
Yeah. They have orders. Yeah.
I really
And it
want to
makes
say,
sense. It makes sense because there's things going on in the air and
yeah,
there's things going on down there.
okay. And that's what I said when I did, it was James Cameron's thing fake. I was like, I kept saying, I feel like this is NASA. I feel like, I feel like what happened with Ocean Gate is NASA. And I said, why am I connecting the two? Because there's shit up there that they're doing that's sneaky, wrong. We never landed on the moon, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's things that happened with Ocean Gate that was inappropriate, just no morals attached to these contracts.
No.
And I got from this the deities,
I believe you. 100%.
and I feel like every day we should wake up and we should say, what chapter in Revelations are we in? Because
Seriously.
this is some, this is,
I need
you
to bring out my Bible. I need to find my Bible actually. I need to find it. Child.
let me tell you something. Pull out your Bible and leave it open. Now, I have my Bible open. I'll tell you what psalm, but you can do the psalm that you want. 91 is a protection psalm, right? But I
Okay.
do, uh, I think the one I have it open to is 141, but I don't even know why anymore. Who knows
Hmm.
why? But I know I leave my Bible open.
Yeah. It's on one of my bookshelves. I need to find it, or one of my altars, I think. I need to find it.
Pull,
Definitely.
pull out them Bibles, Lamar, Like
Seriously.
everybody, pull out those Bibles because you got to see what chapter in Revelations we're in. Because this is happening. We're
Mhm.
living. Okay, so Lamar, there have been cycles where people live through the change of the earth,
Mhm.
right? The desert used to be full of water.
Mhm.
Saudi Arabia was a sea.
Yep.
Somebody lived through that,
Yeah. I kind of see the Bible as like a little bit of a history book. Like there are some truths to it. There's a lot of truth to it.
right?
It's just in how we interpret it.
Well, yeah, if you want to interpret it to be the worst words you've ever heard and to be scared of
Exactly.
it, yes.
Mhm.
But it it can be very enlightening too. But yeah, you're right, Lamar. But I
Mhm.
I do believe we are in Revelations.
Yeah.
I believed it when
No, I believe
COVID was
you.
happening. I was like,
I believe
what?
you.
Yeah,
History repeats itself.
always. And if we don't learn lessons, so we all shut the world down. The animals were happy that we shut the world down. There's
They
this
were.
movie. They were so happy. They
There
were
were
like,
new
no,
animals coming out that we had never seen before.
yeah. We were making some of them extinct. There's a
Yo.
movie that I watched, The Day the World Stopped or something like that. It's like on Netflix or something. Such a good movie about what happened to the animals when we went inside. They were roaming the streets of India. They took back their land. It was beautiful.
Oh, you mean during the COVID?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. If I could find it, I'll bring it to you. So, what else did you get?
Well, I got the Sun card, which is my yes card. The answer is yes. There will be other water issues.
The
Um,
beautiful sun. That is
I know.
adorable.
I know it's really pretty. But I think like you said this is necessary for growth. Like this is necessary. It's like the earth is purging itself.
Yep.
Um, let's see what else I got. Astrology, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords shows up. Eight can deal with the past. Eight can definitely deal with history repeating itself. Eight of Swords definitely. You know what else I'm getting? Nostradamus. Is that his name?
Yes.
I feel like there's something with him too. Like I'm wondering if he's predicted something or there's something like with him like we need to look at his predictions.
Yeah. The last I heard about Nostradamus, he did predict 9/11.
Mm, yeah. Like I feel like there's something with him. Like there's something definitely written in the books, past history written in the books as to what's happening now. Now I'm not sure if this is an ancient book or if this is a book that we have. It could be the Bible. That's an ancient book.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
but I feel like what's happening now is written in the books. I'm gonna stick to that. I'm not sure exactly what that means fully, but it's written in the books. And like I said, I do get the tower connected to death, change, evolution, and growth. Tower is destruction. So whatever these water issues that are coming, it's gonna unfortunately cause some sort of destruction. So we need to get prepared. I feel like especially Florida. I feel like something with Florida.
I think you're right.
Hmm.
I think you're right. I'm looking for that. This might be it, but I don't know. Looking for that movie. It's a good movie, Lamar. I'm gonna send it to you, and then you could tell your people about. But when I tell you this was a good movie, when the world stopped and how the animals were so happy.
I think someone told me about that movie. I feel like my friend Joey told me about that, but I'm not sure.
Oh my
I have
God,
to
you're
message
gonna
him.
love it.
Yeah.
but I don't know if this. I found something, but I don't know if this is it. But in any
Mm.
case, um, what else you got? I'm sorry, Lamar. I'm kind of trying to find this movie, so I'm gonna stop.
No, it's fine. The last card I get is the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like whatever these water issues are as well, it could definitely cause an economic. It could affect the economy or the economies
Oh
as
wow!
well. That could include ships being able to travel back and forth. Anything that's overseas like that. That there could be issues with that.
Interesting. Interesting. When I did COVID, I thought the shipping industry was going to fail, and then they're all back, not to the same capacity that I did notice. But now, if people are afraid of the water, I guess they're going to fail again.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I feel like the water is adapting. Like there's something where the water ecosystem, just as we're shifting on the physical realm, the water ecosystem is shifting too.
and
Does that make
shifting,
sense?
it does. And shifting in a way where what?
They're evolving. I don't know if they're having their own COVID moment down there, but they're evolving just as we are. It's the totality of Earth. Earth is evolving. That includes below and above. You
Yeah,
know, as below, as above, so below.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
the icebergs in Antarctica are melting, and they found new sea creatures they've never seen before.
See,
They were always there.
always there.
And you know what I heard? That these sea creatures are dangerous.
I believe it. If they can survive in ice like that,
Somebody pack them things with ice again. Don't let
right.
the don't let it melt
Mm-mm.
because they're dangerous. They definitely.
That's the ecosystem changing, though.
Wow. All right. Can I go?
Yes.
Okay. So I think energetically this is happening because we're not giving enough as a world, not as country to country. There's something about every part of the world that's not giving enough. And a perfect example I can give to that is that every time they have a G summit, the G summits are so they can all agree how every country should be in one accord.
Hmm.
So if America is raising their mortgage and rent prices, so will Europe.
Hmm.
So if America is changing, raising their rent prices, then it doesn't matter if you go to France, it doesn't matter if you go to Switzerland. The rent is going to be just as high in America, and it shouldn't be. So I feel like the world is not giving enough. They keep trying to hurt their own people. And so the deities now are coming out, right? To kind of go, we're going to take over the corners of the world. We're going to reset this shit. And you all are going to learn to be nice. And what's the best way that people can be nice to each other is if there's devastation.
Yep. Unfortunately,
A lot of people don't call on God until they got a problem.
that's true. We don't learn any other way.
Exactly. And it's not
Apparently.
that you don't believe in God, you don't beg on your knees until you have a problem,
Hmm.
right? So I feel like um, coast to coast, this is coast to coast. And I'm going to say it this way I'm getting maybe three parts of the world over four. I don't know what I mean by that. I don't
As
know.
you said that, I heard Italy.
It's one of the places.
Probably.
Well, not Venus, Venice is melting. Venice is sinking.
Yeah, I heard that.
So you're right. Italy has to be one of them.
That's
And
sad.
let's look at the history of Italy and their historic leaders. They've had some horrible historic leaders.
They definitely have.
The
That's
roof is
very true.
coming home because it has to America, to Italy, Spain. Oh, don't
Mm-hmm.
even talk to me about Spain.
Mm-mm. The
Okay.
conquistadors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Spain is responsible for Columbus. You know what?
Yes.
The Spanish leader at the time hated Columbus. Columbus annihilated countries to please Spain. He was an idiot. But then the Italians like celebrate him, but it's like he was kind of nutso.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, he kind of went nuts. Like seriously, I'm not kidding.
No,
When
yeah,
you
yeah.
when you leave the states and you go to another country, you hear different stories, and you're like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, he completely went nuts, and all he ever wanted to do was please the Spanish leader. I can't remember which one, the leader of Spain. That's all he wanted to do. He had lost his mind, and when the leader of Spain like despised him, it made him want to please him more. It's a true story, guys. I will never
No, I
lie.
believe you. Sounds like daddy issues.
So whatever is happening with passion, which means it has to happen quick and fast. And you know, water comes in and then water leaves. So, but when it comes in, it's devastating, and then when it leaves, it's like
It's like
destruction.
a yeah. But then there's like an odd calm like to the water. It's like, well, I did my job and we have to deal with like the aftermath.
The sun shines,
Right.
the waters
The rainbows in the clouds like
the water goes back to pressing softly against the beach.
yes.
But yesterday, for 20 hours, Florida, you're petrified with your life.
Yeah. Seriously.
Um, it I don't know how true this is, guys. So you forgive me, but it comes down to
Mm,
family care, and that it's family that's next to tower. That you're right is next to economic issues. So I don't know. Do we treat? I don't know. Is something about family that's off? I don't see it.
well, I have to say, I get the sun card and the placement of family. So family is definitely like a prominent aspect in some way.
There you go. Thank you
New
for saying.
beginnings.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, are we raising our children well? There's a lot of factors going on here that we're hiding, right? It's one thing if like, oh, I have the perfect family. My child went to school and da 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 da, and they're an engineer and they work for, they graduated from Harvard, and you're bragging so other people could be jealous, right? But
Mhm.
maybe you come from a effed up family,
Yeah.
and the only one you're not fooling is spirit. So there's something here about families not working together well. And I don't know about other countries, but in the US, it says a lot for all these school shootings. They're all young kids.
Yeah. And
So
it's
what?
like every year there's like a major school shooting. It's like another one. Like we become desensitized to it. That's not good.
So sad. We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even me, I'm like, ugh, what state was this in? Like I'm not
Right.
caring like I would normally care.
Hmm.
And that's not right. So I'm getting that that's what's happening. Like this is happening because of family. Now, just because I'm talking about the US doesn't mean places all over the world aren't having the same issues with
Right.
family, right?
Hmm.
Um, then I get money issues, Six of Pentacles. I get the Ace of Pentacles, and then I get the Four of Pentacles. So it's like if we could fix our finances right now, we could prosper and then we could save. Or
Yeah.
if we don't look at what we need to do because this person has his back to money. Money is going to be there and then it won't be there, right? Because the Four of Pentacle means to watch your money,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yes.
Now, I get mother energy here,
Hmm.
Queen of Cups. So,
Well,
what?
it's interesting because we talking about the moon. We were talking about the moon earlier. Astrologically, the moon rules family, the home, motherhood energy, but the moon also rules the tides of the ocean and the water.
It does.
So there's a connection, even astrologically, there.
It does. And this falls in my environment next to money, surrounded around money like this. Before the final outcome is the tower. I think the tower shows up here. And the tower is next to family, which is like on the side here. So, mother energy. So now I'm thinking, at first I was thinking we need to look at male um, water deities. It's female water deities.
It's female, yeah.
And you know, when a bitch gets mad,
Yeah, it's not good.
so I'm gonna check into the water deities, Lamar. After I'm gonna study water deities now all over and see who are the ones that are gonna be fierce like this. By the way, deities have mean streaks and loving streaks.
They do.
So
That they do. This was intense,
it was intense. But
but it was good.
Lamar, nobody else is doing these readings. So maybe that's why we're here to identify with the other side of crazy.
Yeah. I noticed that no one else is really talking. No, I don't want this.
Oh, no one else is really talking about what?
Um, this topic, at least in depth, as much in depth as we are.
Yeah. Like you have
Yeah.
I haven't checked, but I right now I see 104 comments. How many people are on the feed?
It says 184.
Wow.
Yeah, but I also sent it to my Facebook, my YouTube, and my Twitch. So I don't know if it includes all that plus yours. I don't know what all that includes.
It's okay.
So
There's
there could
still
be more.
182 people that we are attracting
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. I'm just saying there could be more
elevating.
and
Oh, you're
elevating.
saying it
Exactly.
could be more.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't know if those are included. Got you. Got you.
Hmm.
Um, I'm excited, and I hope we've educated you guys. But as we're educating you guys, we are educating ourselves. We
Yes.
are learning something,
I,
and what?
I promise you, I'm gonna go get my Bible after this video is done. I'm going to go find that Bible and pull it out, child. I
All
promise.
right, Lamar, pull it out because there's. I did the book club, and Melissa and I read Revelations.
Mm,
And let me tell you something. It was
it was
prophetic.
deep. Yeah.
It was prophetic. I
All
read
right.
it during the COVID, and Melissa and I learned so much.
I'm gonna study it. I think it's like there's something there I need to study.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
you're gonna love it. All right, final outcome.
Yes.
Can I tell you
I
mine?
got an interesting one. I got magic and ritual.
Oh, I love that. Is that the one thing that could save us then?
I think so.
Shit.
It's calming the deities, maybe. Respecting the deities.
I love that. You guys can't see me. Oh, here, I'll try this one. All right, that's as upright as I'm gonna get it, guys. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I got upside down child, eternal.
Mm,
And that's the inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security.
mm.
So, to me, that feels like the world is changing, the earth is changing. We now have meatless chicken.
Which is really good,
No,
depending on what type.
no, not meatless chicken. We have a chicken, lab lab made chicken.
Which is not good. Yes.
Right. Lab. We
Yeah.
have authorization for lab made chicken, and
Mm.
so I feel like the inability to grow up and be responsible as a world, we have extreme dependency on our politicians to create our food.
Meanwhile, they use us for their gain.
Right. So I think we have to stop depending upon them, and maybe maybe things will change. It kind of has to change. Hmm. I mean, that's what I got. I got it.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense in the end,
Pretty
but
straightforward. No, it
yeah,
makes sense to me.
it does. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you have?
I got magic and ritual. Let me just read. It says, okay, hold on, because this is like a little bit confusing to me too. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. I think you're right, Tracy.
What's that?
Magic is what's gonna save. Magic and ritual is what's gonna save us.
Oh, Lamar, we got
We
some
all
work
have to.
to do. We got some work.
Yeah,
We
we all
got to
have to
create.
become more powerful.
We have to create some magic.
Yeah,
And at the very least, Lamar, maybe you and I can't change the world, but maybe we can do some magic to protect ourselves. But we can teach others how to protect their environment.
and you and me, we have a direct like connection. We can directly contact the water deities. It's not like they're out of reach for us.
They're
You
not.
know?
Not
Yeah,
only we do. Not only do we have a direct, uh, like telephone line to them, we believe.
exactly.
We believe.
Hmm.
So it's going to be interesting. So I don't know, Lamar. Maybe we should start looking up some magical things to offer up to the public to protect
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah. Seriously,
You know, the Indians do it all day, every day,
they do.
and they've never stopped communicating with the sky, the sun, the moon, the earth, the stars. To this
Hmm.
day, they communicate with them.
They do. There's something to be said there.
I don't know, Lamar. I see the ability for us to provide that information to others because you and I can't be selfish. We can't protect ourselves and our own families. We
Right. Yeah.
care, and maybe this is a
The
way,
opportunity.
an opportunity to get people to do the right kind of magic, right?
Yeah.
Everybody do magic on their boyfriend that's trying to leave them.
Right. That never
Get
works
back
out in their
here.
favor.
Get back here. what if we just did magic to protect us from water issues,
Mhm.
from flooding? I
I like
mean,
that.
me too.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some research to do.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Listen, we're going to do the research. We're going to tell you if you see it as voodoo. Okay, okay. My people come from Benin. They created voodoo. I believe in this. I'm sorry if you don't. So we're going to provide the information, and we're going to save who wants to be saved.
Exactly.
This is exciting, Lamar.
This was really good. We went an hour. I didn't expect us to
We
go that long.
we didn't mean to,
Yeah. This was
but
really
it was
good.
it was important. I hope you all loved what we had to say. Witchcraft
Someone
Friday.
says
Go ahead.
someone says if we I guess if we made herbs and candles they'd be selling like crazy. I know you do candles. I know you ship them out. Not during the summer though.
Thank you for saying that. During the summer, all my candles melted. But listen, together, remember together,
Together.
right? You actually do candles for people.
I do. I light candles for people on my own altars and they can attest that it works.
It does work. Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, did you know that you did a candle for me?
I do. Yes, I did do a candle. I think it was protection, I think.
It was protection.
And it
So
worked.
it worked. Samara paid for you to do a candle for me.
Yep.
It was the sweetest thing between the two of you. It was the sweetest thing. I was so
Yeah.
honored. And it was the beginning of understanding that I was lacking in protection. I wasn't doing anything to protect myself. Nothing.
Mhm. Yeah. It's so
Mm-mm.
important. I love a good protection candle. I do.
Oh, Lamar, this was so good.
This was fun. Tracy, how can they contact you for a reading if they want to get a reading?
Oh, yeah. You could text me at 213-458-7408. And I'm available right now. And I'm available tomorrow and all week.
Yeah. You can also text me at 703-791-9162 or visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I'm available right now too, but I do have a client to get to 30-minute reading. So after that one, I'm available. Or tomorrow or next week. Whenever.
I love this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Thank you everyone for being here. Make sure you like the
Thank
video, by
you.
the way.
Like the
Yes.
video. Call us for your own personal reading. Subscribe. Subscribe to Lamar.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to myself. Like
Mm.
we're doing the types of readings that no one is doing, but they're important. And now we know, Lamar, we're going to have to do some protection water candles.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already coming up with some ideas.
Me too.
Yeah.
As soon as I
My
get off, I'm going
mind's
to be
already
like,
working.
this. All right. I love you, Lamar. Thank you.
Love you too. Bye,
Take it
everybody.
easy. Bye, everyone. Take it easy.